Hello, G-Acconners. I am so excited to show you some of the new features that we have just rolled out for both Xero and QuickBooks with G-Accon. To start with Xero, we have added to our business overview reports. So going to G-Accon for Xero, get accounting data reports, and then business overview reports. Let that page roll up. You're going to see that we have a few more different reports that you can choose from here. Really excited to say we got balance sheet, a few different budget reports here, budget manager, summary, variance, variance by tracking category, budget versus actual report, and as well the budget versus actual by tracking category, cash summary, income statement turnover, and then income statement variance, as well as a profit and loss report and a statement of cash flows report. For example's sake, I'm going to go for a budget versus actual. And as you can see here, the typical parameters that come up with a budget versus actual report are going to be displayed. I'm going to keep it as is for example's sake, but going to poll settings, here you can always change the poll settings as normal. You can show only total summaries, show negatives in red, really edit the report to your liking. Going to report style settings, as always with business overview reports, you can edit the title all the way down to the section row to make sure that it has the correct font, family, and background and text colors that match your organization's or your client organization's aesthetic. And then again, as always, we have our multi-currency converter down here at the bottom. For example's purposes, I am going to keep it at USD. Hitting execute, you can see our budget versus actual report popped up at the bottom there. Amazing, and I am using dummy data, so it's not too populated, but this should give you a pretty good idea of what you can do with the business overview reports in Xero now. Another really cool feature that we just recently rolled out is our new sticky sidebar menu. So as you can see here, I already have it pulled up, but it's really easy to do, and this goes for both QuickBooks and Xero, either or, but going to edit templates for current sheet or even switch organization would prompt the pop-up of that side window. So this is a typical side window that we've got here. You're probably used to seeing this, but you'll notice if I scroll to the right a little bit, I have all of these different options to choose from. So let's go through them and see what we've got. The sticky side menu will stay here until you close it out, so it's really easy to access. We are going to start with switch organization. So just clicking on switch organization if you're working with multiple organizations within your Xero or QuickBooks. As you can see, I've got 2 demo companies here. You can easily access and switch them just like that. Hit switch organization and you are good to go. Now is your current organization. Amazing. So going to refresh. This is really awesome because you can either refresh the current sheet or all sheets, completely up to you. I'm going to go ahead and refresh all sheets. So this is going to refresh all of your reports for all of the different organizations that you have set up in your Google Work. Awesome. And then you get your little success messages. Love it. Okay. So moving on forwards, we could go to edit templates for current sheet. This is obviously really popular and a feature that we've had before, but we didn't have it on this little sticky sidebar menu. You would have to go to extensions and pull that up manually. Now we've got it over here, easy to access. As you can see, edit templates for this sheet. I've got my budget versus actual template here, report rather here, and I can easily go ahead, click into it, and edit it if I'd like to do so. Next thing is we've got all of our different reports here. So instead of having to go to extensions and then pull up, go extensions, G-Accon for Xero, get accounting data reports, and look here, you can still absolutely do that. But if you've got the side window open, you can absolutely do that from here as well. So here you can go to get accounting data, get different projects data. Our business overview reports live here, as well as custom and consolidated. Moving on down, we have our cloud template library. Same thing with the reports. Instead of having to go through extensions and manually find that area, you've got it right here in your sticky sidebar. So here, if you're working with KPI dashboards, you can access the G-Accon cloud template library, or if you have saved any cloud templates of your own, you can easily access those here in the workspace cloud template library. Moving on down, this is a really cool button, upload accounting data to, in my case, it's a demo company. However, if you are updating or uploading data straight from your Google Sheets into Xero or QuickBooks using G-Accon, which is a really easy thing to do. We do have a video of it on our channel. Check it out if you got the time. You can, quick and easy, go to the sidebar, hit this button, and it is going to upload your accounting data to your company in Xero or QuickBooks respectively. Next here, we've got our automation. Again, really awesome and quick and easy to access. This is where you would create your workflows to automate all of your different reports, and you could update those workflows as well. Next, we've got upload Xero and template for a current sheet, similar to the upload accounting data, except this is based on the specific template for this current sheet. This is whether you'd like to buy or manage your license. Having, the trial running, you're still going to have access to the sidebar. But if you'd like to go ahead and purchase a subscription, it's easy to access and easy to find right there in our sidebar. And then next we've got tools. This is something that's pretty cool actually. So we've got user preferences. And this is going to bring up all the different user preferences you'd like here. So sign-in preferences, if you'd like to stay logged in, send email as, in my case, this is just my email for G-Accon. And then you've got your default data pulling settings here. So if you are noticing that in your pull settings, you're consistently choosing something over and over again, this is a great way to go ahead and edit the default so that you don't need to constantly be clicking and choosing those specific items you'd like in your pull settings. Then we've got same thing here in our report pull settings. So this is if you're just pulling raw data itself, not a report. If you're pulling a report, we've got all the different pull settings here, and same logic applies if you constantly find yourself making a report and selecting certain pull settings and you'd like to have that be the default for all of your reports when you make them, you can absolutely do that here. And then hitting save. It's going to save for us. Awesome. So that's a really cool and fun feature. We also have our business overview report style settings. So if you find yourself constantly styling a business overview report to a certain aesthetic or liking, and you'd like that to be the default, maybe for your organization or for a client's organization, you can absolutely do that here. Going to title, header, all the way down to section row, like I mentioned before. And you can absolutely tweak around and edit all the different aesthetics you've got here to your liking. Again, if you don't like anything that you've set up, we do have a restore to default option right here, and it's going to take you right back to how we set it up to default. Here we've got change template ownership. This is an interesting feature that we have here. Let it load up. So you can see that this template is under my email. I am the owner. If you're working with somebody within your company or organization and maybe you would like to share this template with them or have them become the new owner, or you're passing off responsibilities, you can absolutely put the email of the new owner in here. For example, sonyazdi@yahoo.com, confirm it, and then change. Do note though, these changes are final and cannot be restored. Awesome. And then last but not least, we've got manage the auto refresh process. So if you'd like to turn that off, you can absolutely do that here. It's just a simple on off switch. And then we've got our help center at the very bottom if you'd like to access our wiki and look at any more resources. Okay, moving into some of the new features for QuickBooks, specifically the transaction drill down report. So, really cool thing that we've got going here. If you go to G-Accon for QuickBooks, get accounting data reports, and then go to business overview reports, clicking on the create deep links to QuickBooks option in pull settings will automatically take you to a transaction drill down report in your QuickBooks. So I know a lot of you guys have been looking for transaction drill down reports, and we don't necessarily offer that exact thing here, but we do offer it to you and easily accessible to you. So I'm going to go with the profit and loss report and business overview reports, just as usual. I'm not going to select any specific parameters here, but going to change pull settings, I'm going to make sure this check mark right here, create deep links to QuickBooks, is selected. Again, with business overview reports, as you already know, you can absolutely edit the aesthetics of it and the colors, fonts, data to whatever you'd like. Same thing with multi-currency converter, but for this example, I'm going to keep it at USD. Hitting execute. Awesome. And then as you can see here, when I go to click on the specific rows, columns of data itself, I do have this deep link here. Hitting on that. As you can see here in QuickBooks, I have got my transaction drill down report directly correlating to the data that I just set up in my Google Sheet. I hope that this run through was explorative and explanatory for all the new features that we've got for both G-Accon with Xero and QuickBooks. Please let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what else you'd like to see. Give us a like if you like this video and stay tuned for more. Thanks.